Wow, such a vibe right there by Humble Smith and Davido with Osinachi remix. Man, shout out to everyone that's just been coming up with creative challenges and Instagram live battles. You are making isolation season super lit. From you've got the whole world in his hands to the savage. I'm a savage.
Yes.
To the Dora's challenge. And we are so here for it, guys. Oh my goodness.
And the producers, songwriters, and artists who have been taking this opportunity to walk us down memory lane. We see you too. Timberland, Sweets, Beats, SARS, Sheezy, Neo, Jonta, Austin. We see you all. Keep it coming, please.
Yes. And shout out to us as well. I mean, you guys are our #1 priority, no matter what is going on out there. Entertaining you is forever on our minds. Yes, so thank you. My name is Amanda Dara, and today you can call me Mandy.
Alrighty, Mandy. Mandy the flyest. Mandy Pandy.
Anything you want.
Mandy. Okay, now, all right, it's your homegirl right here. It's your girlfriend next door. It's your hostess with the mostest. My name is Honeypot. It's the jewel in the crown too. All right, so we'll start by bringing you the entertainment news, then celebrity birthday shout-outs, then rewind.
All right, and then also bring you today's dose of laughs on Tweetville. Then later on, we'll chew it off and then bring you the entertainment news recap.
On Daily Tour 5, we will take a look at 5 sports-themed films. We'll tell you which shows and films we've been watching lately. And later, there'll be Where Are They Now? So, shall we begin, people?
Yes, we shall.
All right, now, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
That was the Mavens right there.
And I love the fact that, you know, it's like gyration, so it's just a feel-good song.
Wow. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. It is now time for entertainment news. Now, we start off with this one. Funny Bone plans to sue man who attended AMVCA sick with the coronavirus. Now, Nigerian comedian Funny Bone has threatened to sue a Nigerian documentary photographer who came from London and, despite showing symptoms of coronavirus, still decided to attend the 2020 African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, which is the AMVCA. Now, he made this known on his Instagram page, where he revealed that his coronavirus results came out negative and he's planned to sue the attendee. Now, he wrote, and I'm quoting, "I did the test finally and it came out negative. So fam, I am well, alive and safe. Stay safe and be safe." Meanwhile, before I forget, Ogashun, who arrived from London sick and yet decided to turn up for AMVCA, please get well soon and recover fast if nobody will. I will personally sue you to court. But first, get well soon, you hear? Now, if you recall, numerous celebrities who attended the award ceremony had to go into self-isolation after it was confirmed by the Lagos State Ministry of Health that an attendee of the AMVCA ceremony tested positive for the virus, which meant that all other attendees were likely exposed to the novel coronavirus. What are you thinking about this?
Okay, so the thing is, if you knew that he had coronavirus before attending, then that's a very serious thing. Like, it's not a good thing at all. But if you did not know, like, you just go back and then he attended. But, you know, at that point, I'm not sure the federal government had started telling people that if you're just coming back, be sure to just self-isolate for 14 days, you know, and all that. Like, people knew what to do, and it was already popular in some climes. So people knew that, okay, perhaps they might have it. And so you don't infect other people. You would have just self-isolated instead of still partying.
You know what? I think I agree with Funny Bone. I feel like he, as you said, we were aware of it even before he hit Nigeria. Even if you were saying there were no cases yet, it was generally advised that if you're just coming back from, you know, abroad, you should quarantine, you should self-isolate. And not only that, if you are experiencing some sort of symptoms, and you are also coming from a place where it was well, the awareness was well articulated. People knew about it. People knew what was going on. So you can't say he was not aware that this is a possibility. And I think the safe thing for him to have done was to actually sit this one out, especially that he was feeling some type of symptoms. So I agree with him. And I don't actually think Funny Bone...
But not everybody feels...
I don't think Funny Bone is going to go through with it. I just think he wanted to put it out there. Because sometimes...
so you think it's some kind of publicity stunt or something?
No, not really. It's just more like, what if he had it? You know, he's grateful that he doesn't have it. But what if he got it? Then, he didn't need... What he's trying to say is that you put my life in danger because of your carelessness. But you know, some people
don't even show symptoms.
That's true. But I don't know if he was one of such people. That's the thing. So I actually think he should sue. I think he's right to sue. He has.
Yeah, I think so. Then you'll put up your own case. I mean, it's nothing. It's just like, you know, you're at a place of work and they're giving you a query. It's meant to be answered. Like, it's not the end of life. Like, okay, and then
he should.
Let's see how that goes. All right. Wow, interesting stuff. Okay, I'm just laughing at how I liken it to like being given query. All right, let's get to the second story, and that is Drake set to produce movie series. Canadian rapper Drake has signed a film project with QB to produce a 48-episode adaptation of best-selling author Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. According to sources, the rapper will executive produce the upcoming series alongside Jason Sherha and Zach Hayden. He is also expected to direct one of the episodes that will focus on all the 48 laws highlighted in the non-fiction book. The movie series will focus solely on the art of gaining and keeping power, which will be a huge and exciting idea for movie and book lovers. Just so you know, The 48 Laws of Power was published in 1998. Until date, the book is still a massive favorite, with references to it across American movie and music industry. So this book is such a beautiful one, and you know that in America alone it sold over 1.2 million copies.
That's fantastic.
Yes, fantastic. And you know, it's so common among inmates and celebrities. And then it talks about how, you know, the stars you see right now have similar traits to people, like important figures in history. So, I mean, it's something that would really go a long way.
If you're one of those people who like to read books, like, I think you're going to like this one. This one in category like with The Secret and all this kind of books that are very, very mind-opening. And I think that I like the way Drake is moving. I like the path he's taking. He's taking the entertainment, Hollywood route. And this is not his first time. He has been involved in production. He has produced a short film. And he has been very much intertwined with Apple Music in the past. And
That's
I see
true.
the Apple Music executive saying that, you know what, Drake has had massive impact into the relevance of Apple Music and the cultural impact on the people. And I think that's just amazing. I think it's very wise that he's not going the regular path of maybe fashion or maybe like endorsement, which is not bad, but he's going the route of, you know what, let us influence, you know, the Hollywood industry as well. I think that is a beautiful merge. And I think that's fantastic.
You know, I just think that with this particular, because I always like it when it is an adaptation of a book into movie. It's always fantastic. And there is something about
Drake
it.
is just super talented. He also used to act as well.
Yes.
I'm just like, wow, what else are we going to discover about him?
And he's a philanthropist.
Wow.
He gives back every now and then. All right, go Drake. All right, and that is the entertainment news. Now let's get to celebrity birthday shout out. All right, the number one person on our list is Bookie Wright. Okay, so we said the number one person, Bookie Wright. As you can see, obviously, the Nigerian actress is 53 today, guys. I mean, she looks so good.
And she looks so good.
53 looks good on her.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's not even letting age be a thing. She's just going ahead and pushing forward. Happy birthday.
All right, happy birthday, Bookie Wright. And the second person here is Christopher Walken. He is 77 today. Oh my gosh, he's an American actor, singer, comedian, director, producer, screenwriter, and dancer who has appeared in more than 100 films and television programs, including Batman Returns, Pulp Fiction, Hairspray, and The Jungle Book. He's had an active career since 1952.
Honestly, this man, I have so much respect for him. When I see him in the movies, he's one of those effortless actors and producers and directors. But in terms of acting, he just does it so effortlessly. If he's playing a funny character, he's hilarious. If he's playing one that is more serious, he just knows how to enter the character. So, and still actively working.
Yes.
Wow.
And he's received so many awards, even for Catch Me If You Can. And then, yeah, that's true.
That was
and you know, guess what? You know, for somebody who is everything, and I always say is that God has given everybody more than one talent. And this is an example of someone who has actually really, you know, peeled all the talent.
Happy birthday.
And so I'm sure he's going to, eventually he's going to return to God empty.
Wow.
All right, finally, a special happy birthday to one of our colleagues, Remy, aka Remgin of the creative department. Remy, happy birthday to you. All right.
You.
Oh my gosh. And we're saying happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating today. We love you. Do not look at this unsettling times, and be sad. Just be happy that it is still a good time to be alive.
Yes.
All right, the show continues after this break. See you soon. Magnet. No, don't hug your neighbor. Make you no magnet. So, this is not a good time to magnet. Self-isolation, people. All right, Lafette, and that is Faust, the bad guy. And we've been giving you a series of songs back to back just for your pleasure this afternoon. All right, wow. Time to take a look at what we have for you on today's Rewind. Let's take a look.
Let's rewind. On this day in 1981, Robert De Niro and CC Spacek win for Ordinary People at the 53rd Academy Awards. And in 1983, Monty Python's The Meaning of Life is released in the US. Finally, in 1999, still on this day, 10 Things I Hate About You, a modernization of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, starring Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger, is released. And that's it on Rewind.
All right. Welcome back to the show. They're hyping us over there. Our producer, shout out to you guys. I've just been giving you hits back to back. We started with Simi.
Yeah.
I know we started with Fireboy featuring Oxlade with Sing. Then we gave you Simi. I'm Masiko. Then we gave you Get Up by Saz, DJ Tunes, and Flash. We just got you.
I didn't even talk about the switch like it was from a Yoruba party to club.
Anything you want, we have it for you. All right, guys, this is Tweetville, and it's time to find out the latest madness that social media has to offer. Are you ready? I think you are. Let's do this.
Yes.
Okay. Now, whoever owes you money, go to their houses now. They should be home.
Nowhere to
they're
run.
not going anywhere. They're all locked down. So, but the problem is, how are you going to get there, though?
So how are you going to get there? And then apart from getting there, they're going to give you excuses like, I was at the bank yesterday.
And the banks were closed.
They were even people. You needed to see the crowd. What? No, I foresaw that.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm not sure.
All right, let's move on to more tweets. Just be careful. Don't actually try that at home, okay? We're just joking with you. All right, this one's from Bodashina and says, self-isolation. Now, this is what happens. Dangote spaghetti, do you know that it has 584 sticks in it? Because the person has counted it. Now, 107 beans will fill a tin milk cup. Did you know that? Did you know that your ceiling fan takes 1 minute and 22 seconds to stop after switching it off? Can you share your isolation stories?
Okay, so this is it. You know that some people were in isolation before now. And now that you have to do additional 14 days.
This was pre-lockdown. Now this is like proper lockdown.
So now people have been, all those things that they've not been paying attention to. In fact, the one that actually got me laughing was, that laundry bag that has holes.
Yeah, somebody counted it.
Somebody counted it and told us the number of the holes they have on the cover.
The person you need to follow is Johnny Drew. Johnny Drill has been posting the most. Johnny Drill, I think, posted how many cars were passing by his area, the rooftops of all the houses. He has counted his rice. He has done so many things. I'm like, wow.
And another person sent a message to me and said, guess what? I'm bored. It was like 1,000 times. I'm bored. I could not get to the end of it. I'm bored.
But you know what, guys? That's why we're here for you. We're here to entertain you. All right, so Elijah Choplife says, we just change from 90 to 90. 90, 90, oh yeah. It's not bad. Look at it this way. You're saving all your hot clothes for afterwards. You don't have to shop. Just be on the positive end of things. You don't have to shop for a minute. So when you come out, at least you reduce your costing on clothes. So
but guess what? Some people are still taking better,
do you know? Some people are still slaying. There's this brush challenge. Have you been seeing it? The makeup one.
Yes. So the guys are doing it. Fauzi, the brush challenge for the guys, and said everybody should just take it. Yeah.
See, I don't have enough clothes to join people. Let's just move to more tweets. All right, so I think it's a picture of Aki and Popo, I believe, and they're saying, my dear, now that coronavirus has made our choir mistress postpone her wedding, how will she explain the pregnancy to pastor? Because I don't know what she was doing having premarital sex. I don't understand. Where is it? Why are you thinking about this so much?
You know, because something came to mind this morning when I was coming to work, and I'm like, oh, this period is going to mess so many people up. You know how you have not seen someone, and then you know some people, that's how they'll be pregnant for, and then they'll not be thinking, and now you've not seen that person. So how do you explain that? Your boyfriend is the...
Honeypot, why? Conspiracy theories. All right, let's move on to more tweets, I beg. All right, Lemi the druggist says, stock up, stock up, stock up, but no light to keep them fresh. You get where you go warm vegetable soup rich, it go turn agbo.
That's true.
See,
it
when
turns
I
black.
read this thing, I was like,
no, it turns black. It turns black.
Wow.
But the thing is,
that is sad. Like, I don't know, how's the light in your area?
Pretty good.
Pretty good for me.
So
guys.
I'm wondering what that is. Okay, so the thing is, they're still selling fuel. So perhaps you just get yourself some fuel and then
actually
you power your generator and then
there's nothing we can do if you don't have, like,
just help yourself.
Just help yourself and get some fuel.
And people have been doing a lot of...
But you can even stream online and everything.
Yeah,
so
like
you don't have to be bored.
a lot of DIY, like do it yourself. People have been telling people how to preserve plantains, these, that. Yes, you cut the plantain and then you put in, a nylon and then you just put it somewhere.
Doesn't that make it ripe?
No, that is, you just preserve it so that it doesn't get spoiled.
Wow. Okay, I mean, we've learned from you today. Thank you so much, Honeypot. All right, having trouble forcing yourself to stay home? This is what you need to do. Shave your eyebrows off. Trust me, I'm not going anywhere. You ain't going nowhere. Just shave your eyebrows, shave your hair. In fact, what else can you do? Just, that's it. That's all you need to do.
By the end of the
your eyebrows and your hair.
But at the end of the day...
Nobody will tell you not to go out.
By
the time you see yourself in the mirror.
No, but at the end of the day, when 14 days are over, like, what do you know?
No, it should grow back now. No, because you know some people, they literally have ants in their pants. They don't know how to. Because then you're still looking fly with yourself. You know, you're feeling yourself. Just go remark, that's all. Shave eyebrow. You're good to go. You said you won't want to go out. You want to scare people because at this point in time, you're not sure. All right, day 10 of quarantine. I saw this thing on Twitter. I almost died. It says, I decided to fry puff puff for the first time, and she's showing us the outputs of her puff puff frying. Look at what it looks like. I'm not even sure. It looks like a crab or something.
I'm telling you.
And then Leo Da Silva replied and said, you sure say no be what gecko enter the oil?
In fact, it looks like onion, burnt onion. You know,
this thing, it doesn't look edible. Like, what happened? Why did it form this shape? Did she, like, I don't get.
So the thing is that even if you don't know, the person was just practicing and he did not know form puff puff. So what you do is in your mind, you tell yourself that you make puff puff.
It doesn't even look like akara. Do you understand? There are some times that you try and make puff puff look like, it doesn't even look like anything edible. If you give me this thing to eat, I won't eat it. It looks like something that they're eating in China. Or something like, just... Don't worry, try something else. Puff puff is not it's not your thing.
Oh my God.
All right, they said the problems with Africa is that if they say nobody should go out, some people will go out just to see if anybody has gone out. This table.
But that's true.
I have a lot of people that I know on it.
But
I'm
that's
not
true.
even going to mention names.
No, but that's true.
Because I feel like this level of curiosity within us, we just want to see what is happening. May not kill the cats.
And then I was so surprised that I drove through some streets today and they were all playing football. And I'm like, wow, this is not right.
Wow.
Because there is a reason we were asked to stay at home.
And you're now sweating.
And people are sweating and then they're touching stuff and all that.
Curiosity. All right. I think that's where we have to go on Tweetville. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks so much, Amanda. I mean, that's it. So on Tweetville is a wrap on the first half of the show. Look forward to even more good vibes and good music in the second half. We'll see you soon.
Hey. All right, guys, welcome back to the second half of the show. And it is now time for us to trade off. For one of us is going to vent on what is bothering her. And today is bothering me. Oh, my goodness. So,
Mandy, what's bothering you?
A lot of things are bothering me. But the most important thing that is bothering me are people who are making this a joke. I mean, this virus thing a joke, in the sense that I heard somebody say, at the end of the day, it's just to get immune. Everybody will still get it last, so I'm not doing anything. And I just feel like even if you want to be careless because you think you're Superman and you have extra life in the market, consider other people out there, because I genuinely feel that we'll be able to, if we do take the right measures, we'll be able to tackle this on time. And with everybody cooperating, everybody taking precautions, everybody being safe. But it's just those certain people who still feel like, oh, this thing is a conspiracy theory, oh, this thing is not real, who are being careless, who can actually potentially hurt other people or harm other people. And that's what I
totally agree with you, because yesterday I was watching the news, and they took some vox pop from people at the markets, different markets, and so it was TVC News, and one of the people was complaining about how they don't have money. Yes, I understand, some people have that problem, oh, they feed from hand to mouth, and now that they're asked to stay at home, what are they going to be feeding on and all that? But in the long run, I mean, because they don't understand that staying at home is for us not to have problems, so that we'll be able to go out in the long run and we'll be able to move, because this thing, it has been killing people. People just don't understand. I know that we are Nigerians and we always stop. Some people say, just take agbo, just take gin, I
actually have a couple of friends who are staying in estates who are going to visit each other and have parties, and I'm like, it's like you guys don't understand the reason behind social distancing. It's not because you just want to be bored at home and there's nothing to do. You can't really say, some people are asymptomatic, you can't really say if this person has it. So be safe out there. It's not a joke, as long as we're getting entertained, but still be safe and don't be spreading false rumors, and don't also be fearful.
Because I have read stories of people, Nigerians, in fact, one person that I know that has been through this, and it has been on Twitter, these people have been sharing their experiences, how they went to the quarantine center and all of this. And see, when you read the stories, they scare you, the way they vomit, the way they have high temperature, the way they can't breathe and all that. So when you read all of these things, you just want to do what? Use your hand sanitizer, wash your hands, and stay put in your house.
Just sit your bum down. We'll entertain you, okay? Yeah. All right, moving on from all of that. Don't worry, everybody's going to be fine as long as you're taking all the right precautions. We got you. It is now time for a quick recap of the entertainment news. Now, first off, we told you that Funny Bone plans to sue man who attended AMVCA sick with the coronavirus.
Drake set to produce movie series.
Yes, and we told you, or rather, that's it on entertainment news. It is now time for Daily Top 5 very soon, so stay tuned for that one. Body,
my fantasy,
hey.
Gina.
As a producer said, every other playlist is a counterfeit.
Yes.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Now, sport lovers would definitely appreciate this one. Now, some great sport-themed films have come and gone through movie history, and I know some people tend to find sports boring. So the idea of fusing sports with some drama to make a sport-themed film is just simply genius. So even if you're not a lover of sports, you'll probably still enjoy these films. Let's talk about 5 unforgettable sports-themed films. This is Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
All right, the first one on our list is $1 Million Baby. It is an American sports drama film and starring Hilary Swank and Morgan Freeman. And the film follows an underappreciated boxing trainer, the mistakes that haunt him from his past, and his quest for atonement by helping an underdog amateur boxer achieve her dream of becoming a professional. The film was released in 2004. Watch this.
Oh, what a beautiful one.
I watched this one and I thought it was such a beautiful storyline.
Yes.
And surprisingly enough, the Morgan Freeman wasn't like the main act.
No.
He wasn't, but his presence there was obviously felt. And I love the storyline, there's a lot of female empowerment right there. This waitress who wanted to be a boxer, she wanted to achieve her dreams, and she kept pushing and people didn't believe in her
how
story.
the boxer himself, the trainer himself, kept everybody at arm's length, and at the end of today, you know, had to eventually teach this female or train this female, and then they became a thing.
Yeah, I love the storyline. Yeah, even though some people didn't agree with it, because at the end of the day, when she was fighting, she fell down, broke her neck, had to amputate her leg, and then she was like, I want to die. So the disabled committee were like, oh, we don't agree with the narrative of this story. But at the end of the day, you know, I like the comments that someone said, which says that there is no good movie or bad movie. It's the choice of the producer, how they want to end it. You know?
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Very, very interesting one.
All right, now let's talk about the second one, and that is The Express. And now the Annie Davis story, the storyline of this film was conceived from a book titled Annie Davis, The Emira Express, authored by Robert C. Gallagher. The film is based on the life of the university football player Annie Davis, the first African-American to win the Heisman Trophy. The film explores civil rights topics such as racism, discrimination, and athletics. The movie stars Rob Brown as Annie Davis, amongst other actors.
Young man, go!
Wow.
Syracuse.
If there's one thing that sports does, it has a way of just bringing
people together. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the one part that I found totally disheartening here was when Annie Davis had racism, and then when he had leukemia.
Oh, wow. I mean, so many things to learn from this movie about discrimination, about, you know, health challenges. That's a very interesting one right there. All right, the next one on our list is Like Mike. And this is a 2002 American basketball film. Now, Calvin, an orphan, finds a pair of old shoes with the letters MJ inscribed on them. And when he tries to reach for them, he is struck by lightning that renders him with superb basketball prowess. Now, the film stars Lil Bow Wow, Morris Chestnut, Robert Forster, and Eugene Levy, amongst others.
All right, so this particular one is a very interesting one, Like Mike and Lil Bow Wow, Morris Chestnut. Did I tell you I was crushing on Morris Chestnut for the longest time? I mean,
look at that.
But then let's talk about this particular movie.
Okay.
You know, what's the quotes now? Lil Bow Wow wanting to be like Michael Jordan. Yes.
See, honestly speaking, I thought it was such a fantastic film.
Beautiful.
I like the comedic relief in it.
Yes.
I like the fact that, you know, he wore these pair of sneakers, and all of a sudden,
MJ on it, and felt that it was one of the shoes
and
he had
everybody
worn.
was just like, oh, where did this guy come from? Like, they signed a contract in one day, and it's just like, if you had superpowers, like, what skill would you acquire? Food for thought. Think about it.
I love. Like, I can't get over that particular movie. Now, let's talk about the fourth one we have here, and that is Speed Racer. It's a 2008 sport action comedy film based on the 1960s anime and manga series of the same name, starring Emil Hirsch, Christina Ricci, John Goodman, and others. The plot revolves around Speed Racer, an 18-year-old automobile racer who follows his apparently deceased brother's career. His choice to remain loyal to his family and their company, Racer Motors, causes difficulties after he refuses a contract offered by EP Arnold Royalton, the owner of Royalton Industries. All right. I mean, all of the sports-themed movies.
Honestly, I love as I said, the fuse between the drama and... So you know what, guys? We're just going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll keep talking about our daily top 5.
Thank you so much for staying here with us. Of course, we talked about Speed Racer, and it's still Daily Top 5. And, well, we should actually check the video out, and we will be back to talk about it.
Your son seems to be interested in only one thing. All he talks about, all he seems capable of thinking about, is automobile racing.
Racing's everything. For my family, it isn't just a sport. It's way more important than that. It's like a religion.
Are you ready to become a real race car driver? Then sign that contract.
He's just trying to scare you, son.
What you do behind the wheel of a race car has nothing to do with business.
The comedy in it, and yet still serious.
I actually think they have everything right in this movie. I mean, they have the fast cars, they have the pretty babes, they have the casinos, they have the sports going on. Perfect combination.
Everything
right
that
there.
just makes the world go round.
Yes, I'm right. I know, right? All right, the fifth movie on our list is Bend It Like Beckham. Now, this is a 2002 British family romantic comedy sports film where a girl bends the rules to reach her goals in professional soccer, but her traditional parents refuse to even consider it and want her to hang up her football shoes, find a nice boy, and learn how to cook. Now, this one stars Pramidin Nagra, Keira Knightley, Jonathan Rice, Anupam Kher, and others.
That was brilliant. Really good.
Yeah, almost as good as a man.
And a family that was something else.
Mrs. Bammer, you must be very proud of your daughter.
Not at all. And you three shouldn't encourage her. Girls aren't supposed to play soccer.
Mum's never wanted me to play. You just can't take no for an answer.
Whoops.
Oh, will you both pack it in? I'm not going to give it up.
All I'm saying is there is a reason why Sporty Spice is the only one of them without a boyfriend.
That family is really something else.
Speaking, I actually think this was very, very hilarious. And I feel like a lot of Nigerians will be able to relate because Nigerians and Indians, we have some things that we share in common. It's, you know, parenting. And it's like, you go find yourself a nice boy, you just get married, learn how to cook. Which one is football, you know? And I really like this one. At the end of the day, it's a happy story. She got to play and everybody was happy.
And I think one thing, again, is if you've not seen any of this, they are, should I say, old already, but then you can actually catch up on all of this, especially during this isolation. Yes, this isolation period. That's it on today's Daily Tip 5, but there will be even more movie talk when we come back. So stay here with us.
I wish I could rap.
Like this, like that. So if you can't rap like that line, just continue to.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Now, you all know that the lockdown kicked off last night, which means the staying indoors policy has gotten even stricter, and there is no hope of leaving our homes for now. This also means more TV time for many of us. So what are you watching is back again this week, and this is where Honeypot and I get to tell you all about the shows or the movies that we are currently watching, and if time permits, we'll also love to hear about yours later on as well. So, who's starting? Tell me, what are you watching?
Okay, so, oh my gosh. I've been watching Sisters, the series Sisters. I talked about last week, but then I have to talk about some more because it's quite interesting. It's written by Tyler Perry. And yes, it's on BET, and he's been talking about it, like pushing it out and wanting people to like to give their feedback and to watch it and all that.
Brand new?
So,
spanking new?
It's actually relatively new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Late, because it was released lately, and so he has the interesting part is that he has new characters, you know, people that you have not even seen before in other movies that he has done. You know that we always say that something about Tyler Perry, he has like his clique and all that, and it's quite an interesting one because it shows how these friends actually are navigating through life, and it talks about social media, it talks about different things, romance, you know, how they go to work and face different things, the ups and downs of life and all of those. But the one I particularly find interesting is this black girl who has been falling in love with this, this white guy is falling in love with this black girl, and this black girl is trying to like check him out, and I'm like, what's she about? And so the white guy is all for it, like he had never dated a black girl before in his entire life, and so you know, she invites him over, and then they go shopping, and he was just passing the comments like harmless, you know, comments like, oh, you tell good jokes. And the girl just looked at him and just changed and was like, do you mean I'm a joke? I'm like, no, at that point, me too, I was like, what's happening now, auntie? Like, don't ruin this whole thing and all that. The guy was confused.
That sounds very dramatic.
Yeah, dramatic, very interesting one. I mean, I think that you should see it too.
I'm definitely going to. I hope it's on other platforms as well. Because I'm like really on Netflix nowadays.
Yes, I know, right?
Like I saw one tweet where it was like Netflix videos ended because you have exhausted all the movies. I'm like, I hope I don't get to this point. So I'm currently, you know, I'm an animation lover.
Yeah, I know.
So there's this animation series that I discovered. It's called Archer. It has 10 seasons. I'm actually on season 10.
Okay, so what's it about?
So it's actually about this detective. It's actually 18 plus.
Okay.
So it's an adult animation, but not in the way you're thinking about it. So it's just very real. It just talks about this guy who is a detective who runs, who is part of like something like the CIA, and how they go on different missions, and he's always very funny. He has a mother that has a drinking problem. He got married to someone. He wasn't sure whether the baby was his. It's like such a real animation, but but it has so much humor in it, and it's doing so well. And they've been shooting it since like the late 1990s and the early 2000s.
So would you say that the humor keeps people going?
Yes. If you like Family Guy, if you like Simpsons, then this one doesn't have that family thing. It's just more of like real. So you can see that like you can see they have so many situations where real life chases are happening. You're seeing situations where people are going on dates. So I just find it very interesting. And I recently also watched another movie because I've been following the trends. They tell you things that are trending in Nigeria, and this one just got my attention. It was #1 trend in Nigeria at the time, The Miracle in Cell Number 7.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
oh my goodness. Like I kept pausing this movie because I didn't want it to end, and it was such a good movie. It's been remade so many times. It's been remade, it started off in South Korea, so it's not even an English-based
So I think
film.
I heard it before. I think somebody told me to watch it or
Yeah,
something.
you should watch it. And then they did it in another, I think they did it in the Philippines. They did another type of version to the same story. But the one on Netflix is actually done in Turkey. It's a Turkey-based actor. So it basically follows the life of, should I spoil it? Well, let me just spoil it. It's just a little bit. A disabled guy who had a child, who wanted to do everything he could for the child. He got messed up in some situation where he was accused of killing another child, and he was actually innocent. So we follow the journey of how, you know, his daughter is the one who helps prove his innocence. See, you're going to cry. Going to cry big girl tears. You're going to cry big man tears when you watch this one, because
but some people are never emotional when it comes to movies.
You are going to cry because this was something that it changed the life of hardened criminals in the prison cells because of how pure he was, because of his personality. Because they were watching him and they're like, oh, if this guy saw a praying mantis on the floor and couldn't hurt it, actually let it escape, how much more him killing someone? So I think the plot twist is fantastic.
Interesting.
I think it transcends all languages. It's not even one thing, because it wasn't even in English.
And I think there should be a twist to all of this that you've been talking about, because, there are good people, and you can say that somebody is completely good or somebody is completely bad. Like, they still have the good side to them and then the bad side to them if they're completely good in some quarters like that. And so if you think that because you saw something and you could not even hurt it, and you think that that person cannot kill a human being, you won't be surprised that there will be a twist. All right, we want to hear all about how you've been spending your time at home. What are you doing?
Before we do that, I think we have a call.
Okay.
Hello, Wisdom.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, so tell us, what are you watching?
Everywhere has been boring since the lockdown of this, but I'm just getting to watch the movie and watch you guys' program.
Okay. So you're watching us?
Yes, I'm watching you guys live now.
Oh, nice.
All right, thank you so much.
But are you watching any particular films? Are you watching any series?
Yeah.
So what is this series you're watching?
I was watching this thing, Bad Boys.
Bad Boy.
Oh, Bad Boy. Okay, the movie.
Okay, that's nice. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
All right, no problem. All right, thanks for calling. Have a lovely day.
Thank you so much. So what are you doing or what are you watching? We really want to know, okay? You've been spending some time at home, and make sure you know all about the movie or show you're going to call to tell us about, the movies that you've been watching. And
yes, we really want to know because I feel like I need a list of movies or like shows.
Yes.
So tell us, calling, and just keep us entertained as well. Let's do this
You
together.
are our movie buddies right now. So why don't you just put a call through and tell us what you're watching, in case you can suggest something to me so that, I'll not just be bored, because people have been shouting Boredom. I think that, movies to the rescue.
And there's some classics that you can watch if you haven't watched it. If you haven't watched Titanic, if you haven't watched Avengers, if you haven't watched, what's the other one with these blue people? I've forgotten the name. That we just even spoke about in movies at the movies, like really popular. Lord. When I remember it, I'll tell you. But like some of these classics, if you have not watched Sounds of Music, if you have not watched The Lion King.
Is there anybody who has not watched Sounds of Music?
Yes, some people haven't watched it. If you haven't watched Annie, you can watch it. Like, guys, this is the time to stock up on all those movies.
Yes, and I think that it's not about the most recent movies. I think that, as you said, the classics, you can actually watch and have a good time, especially when you think that, people put in a lot of work into some movies and they really came out well, and you're spending your time. And you can watch the recent ones too. A Fall from Grace, some people have not even watched that. Okay, and then some people have not even watched Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace. which is quite interesting.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we have another phone call. Hello? Hello? Hello, you there?
Oh.
Call.
Oh,
you're
the person
still
is
here.
still there?
Hello?
Hello?
How you doing?
I'm fine.
All right, good to know that you're fine. So tell us, what are you watching at the moment?
I'm watching Elberon.
You're watching what?
Elberon.
Time goes round.
Elberon.
Emperor.
Okay, tell us what's it about.
I think just called to tell us, okay, this is what I'm watching.
All the way from Kaduna.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Love that.
Emperor.
Interesting.
Have you seen
stuff.
that?
No, I haven't.
Have you heard?
But you know, you were talking earlier on about Tyler Perry movies, and I just feel like everything he does is a hit back to back. Always very dramatic. But
although
they're becoming cliche though, because I feel like I'm going to watch Sisters, I'm going to see somebody.
No.
It's quite
different. It's actually quite different. Yes, it's quite different because I am one of those people who watched A Fall from Grace, and I totally liked it. I liked the twist, but then I had some questions, despite the fact that I really, really love Tyler Perry. I love him so much. I love his works, but I had some questions. I'm like, okay, so must he wear a wig? Wear a wig? I had questions like, like I had some questions, and I
feel like he must always kind of infuse one of his characters in his films or in his series, and I'm hoping he doesn't do this in Sisters.
No,
he doesn't.
No, you would not even find Tyler Perry in Sisters. That's the very interesting thing about it. So it's quite different from every. So I think, you know how somebody is a creative and that people have been criticizing, and then you're listening. Perhaps it's been listening. So it's a twist. It's another thing entirely. It doesn't. Although some people have been criticizing, they're like, "Oh, this girl does not even know how to act. That person does not even know how to act."
All right. Good stuff, Honeypot. All right, guys. Up next is Where Are They Now? It's time for us to take a look to find out which actor we are talking about today.
It's Where Are They Now? Ibinabo Fibersima. Ibinabo is a Nigerian film actress, ex-beauty pageant, and events manager. She is a former president of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, and she made her debut as a film actress in the movie Most Wanted, and has since gone on to star in several Nigerian films like The Ghost, St. Mary, The Twin Sword, Ladies' Night, The Limit, Letters to a Stranger, amongst others. Over time, Ibinabo has been seen less on our television screens, and this brought about concerns of where she is. However, the actress is quite active on social media, and it would seem that the ex-beauty queen has taken to the political sector, as she also contested the position of chairman of Okrika local government area in Rivers State in 2018. Now we have an idea of where she is now.
Ibinabo Fibersima, a very beautiful woman.
Yeah, and I love the fact that even with all the challenges and all the controversies surrounding her lifestyle, she's been able to pull out of it, come out of depression and come out a better person and say, you know what, there's still more to me. I like that.
Yes, I totally agree. And recently too, I know that she was part of a cooking competition somewhere in Port Harcourt. Yeah, so nice. I saw pictures.
Oh, wow. All right, guys. I mean, time flies when you're having fun, and I hope you had fun right here with us. Thank you so much for sticking with us throughout these 2 hours, and I hope you had fun. From your girl, Amanda Dara, and Honeypot, your girlfriend next door, we're saying be safe, sit your bum at home. We love you. We're going to entertain you.
See it
and we're going to see you tomorrow.
home.
Catch it and sanitize it. Bye, guys.